making ice-dyed kitchen towels. For this project, you're going to need your 2 kitchen towels, 2 packs of powder dye, aluminum pan, a plastic fruit or vegetable container with holes, and quite a lot of ice. First, you're going to take your plastic fruit container with holes and place it into your aluminum pan. Then you're going to wet one of the kitchen towels under the faucet until the whole thing is soaked. And then you're going to squeeze out all of the excess water so that it leaves the whole towel wet but just slightly damp. Now you're going to open it up and kind of in a crumpled way place it on top of the plastic container. So you want all of the towel to be resting above the bottom of the aluminum pan, so all of it should be on top of the plastic container. And you want it to be kind of crumpled and wrinkled so it makes a nice pattern. And then you're going to take your ice and put the ice all over the top of your towel. We want it to cover most of the top of the towel, so you can stick as much ice as will fit on the towel. So I'm just going to keep adding ice to the top until I can't really put any more. Since the towel is wet, the ice will kind of stick to it and stay stuck on top of the towel. But just keep going until pretty much all of the spaces are filled with ice. You could also do this inside a kitchen sink that is able to be used for overnight or inside a bathtub. You could also use real snow if it's clean and you live somewhere that has snow right now. If you are using the aluminum pan, you can put it inside your sink or outside so that when you put the dye, it doesn't get everywhere. Next, we're going to get out our powder dye packets. I'm shaking all of the powder to the bottom of the packet before I open it. So I wanted to get all of the powder toward the bottom before I open it up so that it doesn't splatter everywhere. And then I'm going to just open the packet up by ripping the package on the slit here. Doing this pretty carefully so that I don't splatter dye because it will stain your clothes and your skin and any surfaces. You will have 2 colors of dye packets, so you can either use one entire one per towel or you can use half of each color on each towel. I'm going to do half and half, so I'm just taking note of how much dye I have so I can reserve half for my other towel. Then I'm going to sprinkle the dye on carefully so that it covers all over the ice and the towel. And just every once in a while checking to see that I don't use too much so that I can save half for my other towel. I don't want to dump it all in just one spot, so I'm carefully tapping it and letting out a little bit of powder at a time and getting it all over my towel. So once I've used about half, then I will put this aside and just be careful because it is open now. Then I'm going to get my second color packet, shake all the powder to the bottom, and carefully open it up just like before. And take note of the level of powder in your packet and use only half. Each color might have a different amount of powder in the packet because different dyes require different amounts. So just sprinkle it on kind of anywhere you wish, all over, and kind of letting it mix with the last color. As the ice melts, the dye will kind of disperse and create different patterns and will also separate out into different colors. I'm checking to see how much dye I use, and I think I can use a little bit more. Just shaking it all over onto my ice and towel. And then once I've used about half, I'll put this packet on the side as well, and just be careful not to spill any of the powder. So reserve these 2 for your second towel after this one is done. And now we're just going to let the ice melt and do its thing and make its pretty patterns for us. You can leave your pan in the sink or outside or somewhere where it won't make a mess, because as it melts, it will leave liquid at the bottom and you just don't want it to leak. Leave the ice to melt overnight, and then you can pour out the liquid at the bottom and keep this towel in a Ziploc bag while you dye your second towel. When you're all done with both, wash them alone on cold and then dry on hot, and they'll be ready to use.